Hello YouTube, this is Catherine Separate Pass and this is part 3 of my collection binder. So in the first video I went through the Dark Magician cards, then I went through the Dark Magician Gold cards, and today I'm going to try and go through some of the fusion and other cards that support the Dark Magician archetype. So let's begin. So I've got two of this particular one. I know there's an English print of this, which I'm in the process of just trying to get hold of. But the LE5, and I think this is a really cool artwork, and I'll be quite happy when I get the English version. And there's a common version of this, also an Ultra. And I'm going to get the Ultra because, like I said before, I'm only trying to get the holo version of these cards. But I think that's really cool. I've also got the first edition, Magician's Force. So for those of you that don't know the story behind this card, so this particular artwork was not supposed to be released in the Magician's Force. It was supposed to be this one here. But for whatever reason, when this was released, they actually printed out with this particular artwork. And they did that whole reclaim process where you could send this in and get the other one. But basically the last 20 years, I thought this one was the more valuable of the two. Apparently it's not the case, because the ones that were reclaimed and sent out was, well, there's claims there's less than 100 of them in circulation, which hopefully will show you my one of that. But yeah, it's still, I really enjoy this, really like this artwork, and I think it's really cool. And this is the version that came in the deck in the Japanese one, so this is the first version I got hold of. I think this one, again, looks really cool. And then the Secret Rare version that came out in DMG, which, again, I think in Secret Rare these look really cool, and I think my personal opinion is that Secret Rare is the best variety of all the cards. There'll be different people that think of different parts, but personally I prefer the Secret Rares, because it just throws me back to when I first started, and Secret Rare being the ultimate rarity for a time. And here it is. So this is basically the one which I got hold of at the time. For ages I didn't even realise this was worth more than this one, but apparently it's worth considerably more. Obviously I'm not looking to sell, I'm not looking to go, oh look what I've got, but yeah, I've got the actual artwork here. At the time, obviously I thought, get hold of this. I always have the unlimited version, which is from the Magician's Force, so very nice card, very happy to have it in my collection. Then I have the reprint, which is from the Duelist Dark Revelations, I think it was called. That was just the reprint. And this is the artwork that was supposed to come out in Magician's Force, but as I said before, that was one was printed in the, but then they fixed it in the later ones. Then you've got the Darflair Knight. So Darflair Knight, if anyone watched the series, I think it was in the Noah arc where he brings this out against the Big Five. I think it was the, yeah, it was the duel where Joey and Yugioh worked together. They brought out this because of being the Flame Swordsman and Dark Magician Fusion. Really cool monster, which then brought out the Mirage Knight, which I'll get in a second. The Magician of Dark Illusion, which I think was a card which people use in their Dark Magician's deck until obviously the new wave of support came out. And then I have the Darflair Knight, then being the Dark Crisis version, and I think this is the yeah, Dark Revelations version, so I have the two versions. Then I have the Dark Revelations version of the Mirage Knight, as well as then the Dark Crisis, so I have both versions again. Then I have the DB, I can't remember what the DB stands for, but I know it's one of the reprint sets for the Dark Sage. Dark Sage, if I remember right, in the original series, Yugioh brings it out against Joey when he uses Time Wizard against it. Obviously all those shenanigans in Series 1, but I mean, not an amazing card in the series, but it looks quite weak, but obviously 2800 and then being able to take a spell card from your deck as well. And then I have the Dodd version, which came out. This was the promo version of the card. Again, looks pretty cool. And then I have two versions of this. I didn't realize I had two, but the Dodd version, which was the European version, is a super, and then the one that's for the American version is a Secret Rare. So there you go. And then I have also the Japanese version that came out of the card as well. Oh, sorry, no, this is the Korean version. Then I have, for the life of me, I can't remember what the name of this particular card is. I think I have it somewhere, but yeah, this is the V-Jump version. Yeah, really, really cool. And then the Dark Magician Girl version, I don't think it's called that. But in terms of, obviously, in terms of stats, but looks very much like the Dark Magician Girl. So that's why I've got it in there. And it's got the pentagram icon, which I said in the Dark Magician Girl one, where they have these, and the Japanese one, which they have in English. Then the Legendary Magician of Dark. So I've made this into a Dark Magician card, because it's got the right stats, but it can't be used during duels. But it's a really cool looking card, so I was quite happy to get this. Then there's Dark Magician Girl, the Dragon Knight. I have both artworks of this. Unfortunately, I can't justify getting the secret rare version, but I think these are really cool. And I know there's the different colorings of these as well, which obviously I don't have all of them. But yeah, again, really happy to have this. Red O's Dark Dragoon. So I don't have the Starlight version, which is probably not going to happen anytime soon. But I mean, still think this is really cool. And I mean, anyone that played nearly 6-8 months ago before Phoenix Force came out, remember how good the card this was very much. I think this is going to make a resurgence with the Despia cards, or at least that's what people believe. And Dark Magician, the Dragon Knight, another cool card. I also like the artwork on this, as well as I like Amulet Dragon. For a time I didn't even realise there were two different cards, but obviously they are, and I think they're really cool. Again, another one which I have, which isn't the highest rarity version, but again, I think this is really cool. I've used this a few times in my Dark Magician deck, and always run as one. But so I remember playing on the PS4, and this was a really fantastic card before Red Eyes Dark Dragoon came out. I thought this was a really cool card, having as a monster in there. Then the Magician of Black Chaos Max, again, really cool card. I spin on the Ritual card, which is the Magician of Black Chaos. I know there's several printings of this, but this card in particular I'm not really fussed about because of the fact that it's not amazing in terms of what I personally think in terms of a Dark Magician card, but again, I got hold of it because I've had Magician of Black Chaos. Then I have my Dark Magician of Chaos. I have my original one I used back in the day, with which is the old print, first edition, really nice card. Then the Japanese version of the same card, and then I've got the gold version, which I believe will have the new text. Sorcerer of Dark Magic, which is one of the only commons I have in here, but it was from the movie pack. Then the Dark Revelations 2 version of the Dark Magician of Chaos. Then again with the Sorcerer of Dark Magic in Korean, again because it's secret rare, like the secret rare rarity. Then the Dark Magician Knight, I think this one's really cool, especially where I've then got it as well with this. But I do have the actual card to bring it out, but I don't collect those particular ones. And the Dark Eradicator Warlock, which again, I don't have many of these, but because of the fact it lists the Dark Magician, I feel I have to have it. So that's all the Dark Magician cards I have for my nil the rest in here. So that's my collection. At the moment I'm adding to it, so it might be increased in the next couple of days actually when it all comes through. But hopefully you enjoyed the content. So I've shown you now my Dark Magician collection. As I say, I've got a load of other stuff which I can go through if anyone's ever interested. But yeah, drop a comment if you enjoyed any content, and if any of the cards I missed out, if you know some of the sets, some of these ones, like the ones where it's got random numbers, what set that actually is. But yeah, if you enjoyed this content, like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave us comments, we're always looking to learn. And this is Kat from Set Free and Pass. Thank you for signing, and I'll catch you later. Okay, bye.